Hello everyone, it's AK, AK's Garage, and today, Jaguar. So I told you guys that I'll be finishing up in a few days on this. The kit came in. As you can see, I got it pretty much installed. So this kit here is that NS300L. As you can see, it's for this type of car. So apparently, these cars always strip the bolts out or strip the threads out on here. So this is normal. This kit is better than OEM. So you gotta have it comes with a little bit of everything in it. It's the drill bit, which I'm getting ready to work on this first one. So this first one I'm working on is the one that's mainly messed up. So it lifted in the back there. But so I'm going to do all of them, but I'm starting on the one that's the worst. So the kit comes with a little bit of everything in it. One thing I will say is this is not cheap. So this is not for a beginner. This is for somebody that has some type of mechanical skills, because it's not cheap to buy this. This thing here is well up there. It's over $400. So just be ready for that. But this will fix all of them. It has inserts that goes in to replace the threads, and I mean, looking at the system on how it's done, this is a very good system. But anyway, so once I did all that, once I bought the kit and brought it here, installed and everything, you know, the drill bit goes in, something like that. Well, how do you get a drill in between here? You can't. See, so it put me off for another few days. I came up with an idea on how I was going to get this done, but just look at this. How do you get your drill in there? You know, I could probably get my smallest one and still can't fit. You know, think about it. And this is a nice little one for automotive. You know, so what I had to figure out how I was going to fit in that space, because you know, these next ones here, it's going to be the same thing. You know, you're going to be up against this wall here. So, and this is movable, but you'll be against this wall. You're not going to have room to get it in there. So what I did is I looked up something called here called the huhn chuck. See that? So there's now I bought a different one at first that it's made like a little L come out like that, but it wouldn't fit that bit. And me trying to shave this down to make it fit the L one wouldn't make any sense, because that'll make this crooked. You know, there's no way I would be able to be like perfectly straight. Trying to shave it down wasn't worth that. So here, this is the huhn chuck, and you're looking at it, you're like, well, what's so different about it? Look at that. It has a 3/8 hookup on here. It's welded to the chuck here, not screwed on right here. And you could take this and hook it to your electric ratchet. See? Now, when I get in here, I can get in here and hit it. Now, I would think it'd probably be better to have an air one like this to hook up on there, because mine's electric, battery power. So my battery's charging right now to make sure I got enough battery power. But this goes on here like this. See that? And then this goes on here like that. And look at that. Voila. Now we fit. And we should fit on every one. So this is what I'm going to use. It's called the huhn chuck. And these are for what you're going to use it for. I think the price is priced right. I mean, they could probably put this at a higher price, but I feel like this is very, very fair in price. And the weight on it says there's nothing cheap in it. The weight alone says it's not nothing cheap inside this thing. This thing does not feel like it's going to break. So this is how I'm going to accomplish this job with this, with the NS 300L system, backed up with a Cohen chuck, and I should be able to drill that in, get that drilled out, cleaned out, and everything. Another thing about doing this NS 300 system is that you want this flat on your block. I was going to try it with the tape, but it was just messing with my mind of it being uneven. So the tape is completely stripped off all the way around it, and I'm gonna have to do that on each one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the tape and I'm gonna put it, now that I have it on, I'm gonna put the tape against the thing like this, you know, something like that. I mean, it's just a scrap piece, but it's gonna be up against this and down on the tape I already have on here to keep the metal shavings out, because the metal shavings is gonna be a lot. So I'm gonna tape it up, something like that, see? It's gonna be up like that, all the way around here, all the way around the back, and there's a little screw that screws in here that holds this little round piece in nice and tight. It's right here. So I'm gonna move it, put the tape there, leave a little hole for me to screw this back in, and all the way across the back here. I'm gonna put the tape up on there. On the far back on this one, on this, the way I have it set right now, I don't have to put no tape on the back, but I have to put it on the sides and right here, okay? So this is how I'm going to do that. So anyway, I'm going to get to work on this, get this first one drilled out, and show you little small pieces of it while I'm going along. Okay, I got the chuck tightened in now. It's tightened on there. All right, see, she's tightened on there now. Now it's all one piece now. So now we're gonna move on and try to get this my ratchet on here and see if I could get something going. See what we could do. Okay, here we go. I drilled it down some. It worked going down, and we're gonna come back out just a little bit. Hold on a second. Trying to drill it out. It won't lift up because it's not a screw, or bolt. So hold on. Okay, so I didn't go all the way down, but if you see it, pull some of that stuff out of there. Look at that. See, it has some over there. I just pulled it out so I could clean it off, and then I'm gonna go back in some more. Okay, I'm gonna blow some of it out. Try to get some of it out of there with my air. Cover it up while I do it. And try to get some of this out if I can. See if I can get that out of there. Just some of it. I don't know how much is in there. It's gotta be a bit. Woo, just see that? All right. All right, got my drill bit. Blew a little bit of air, blew a little bit of the debris off the drill bit. I have to use this here that comes in a kit before you start doing anything. Gotta put some of this oil on here. I just stuck it on like this here. The way I'm doing it, just stuck it on like this a little bit. And then when I stuck it in, I put a little more on there, make sure. Put the top back on it. Get it lined back up here. Should go down in there a little further than that because I already started, but it's okay. Alright, can you see it? You can see a little something there. Alright, here we go again. Back up. There we go. Came back up out of there again. Let's see, we have a little bit of debris on there. Yeah, a little bit on that, so we're going to clean that off like we did before, and then we're going to blow it out. We're going to go back in again. Okay, so I already went in there and blew all the scraps out of it, and already cleaned the drill bit off. So we're going to do this again. Going to oil it up. Okay. All right, there's my mark on how far down I went. From here all the way to the tip, that's how deep I went. So I'm going to measure that up and check that out. Also in this kit, you have this here so you can measure. And looking at my mark to where I'm at, so there's my mark at on that right there. There goes my mark. So this is roughly from the mark to the edge, approximately right around that half mark right there. Or it's not, that's not a half mark, but that's a 12. So right around that 12 mark right there is where I stopped. So this drill bit is designed for when you get to the bottom that it stops. It won't drill. It won't drill a hole through the metal. It only grabs the walls of the metal and gets all that out, but it won't go into it because of the way the tip is made. So anyway, I'm going to finish up on this. So I got that all done. I'm gonna blow it out. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna put this in several more times, to make sure I got all of it, you know, cleaned out, bored out, or whatever you want to say, and put the air on it. Make sure that's all blown out, cleaned out, or whatever. Then we move on to the next step. So right now I'm working on this one. One thing that you do while you're doing this is you got to get your ruler out, and this is on a Jag 5.0. Make sure the little ruler that comes with it, you measure down on this 5.0, 4.5 on this ruler here. I don't know if you can see that, but you see that's about where it's at. See where the ending here is. So you gotta drill it out to that amount. See that where the 4.5 is? Okay. So it goes down to it right there. I don't know if you can see that. Hope it shows up. But anyway, it's right there. Okay, so with the drill bit, drill it out till this is able to go down to that 4.5 mark on this 5.0. Then once you do that, well, the way I'm doing it is once I do that, and then I come back with the 3 flute, and you know keep on biting down. Once you get so far down, pull it out, and you could check with one of the inserts. You can take one of the inserts at this point. This is before you use the 4 flute. You know, you could come back and check this by putting this in. It says in instructions that this needs to be 1.5 inches from the deck height. Okay, so it feels like I gotta blow that out a little bit before I go down some more. And you can't do this without no pressurized air. It's no way. You can't do it. You gotta have some air. Okay, so this is supposed to be 1.5 inches from the top of the deck. Okay, so we put this in. Use this tool here to go in. I've been starting it like this. Okay, just start it like this. It's kind of easier when it's up high, I guess. Right. Let's get that in a little bit. Okay, so I got it all the way down. You pull your ruler back out, and it's saying that it needs to be 1. See the 1 right there, and then that half. So I'm gonna stick it in, see how far down we're going now. So when it goes in, we are not even at 1 yet. See that? We're not even at 1 yet from the deck height. Okay. So we need to go down some more. Okay. So I'm gonna drill down, bite down some more. So it needs to go quite a bit more before we're there. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna pull it back out and then go down some more until I get to the spot that I need to be at. Make sure you cover everything up too while you're doing this, because it does get pretty messy. So I'm just gonna take it back out. Of course, you use that end when it's way down in there. Okay. Once you get up so high, you could just kind of do like this with your hand. You could probably do the same thing with your hand, screwing it in. It's probably better, but so anyway, unscrew it out. Get it all the way out of there. Okay, go. Okay, so I'm gonna put the 3 flute back in there. Go down a little further. Now that you already started the hole with the what you call it, bracket, the jig. Now that you started with the jig, now you could just kind of go in here like this now, and go on down till you get to that spot. Yeah, it's good to use what 11mm plus this here. You know, when I'm doing this part, you know, I don't want to use no drill. We're not trying to rush the job. We're trying to get it done right. So you put that drill on there, you're subject to overdo it, break something. I just don't trust it that way. Okay. All right. Get your socket wrench out. Put your socket wrench on there and go at it. Oh yeah, make sure you put your oil on there. I didn't put it on that time. I didn't go down that far yet. I didn't start biting into it yet, so just back up. Put some more. I put the oil on there every time I go in, but that time I didn't. But make sure you put the oil on there. Gotta do that. Okay, now I got the oil on there. I'm gonna go back in there with the oil on there now. Try to find that sweet spot. With your hand, obviously. There we go. Okay, so once you get down so far, where I'm at now we got it's a little tight, so you gotta stay just steady. Don't rush it. Just take your time. You remember you gotta go down so far, pull it out, clean it out, start all over again. So here we go now, right now, going down some more. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here and clean it out now. Okay, and we can also remeasure again too. Okay, you see what I pulled? You see what I pulled out on this one here? So we're gonna clean that off, blow the air off, blow it off with the air. Also down in the hole here, can't see it, but it's yep. Okay, I'm gonna test it out again. See how close I am. See if I'm getting better at it, getting closer. Okay, so I checked it out. I'm almost at 1 inch with the insert in, so it feels like, you know, you hear my compressor on there right now. And we all had compressors, so it's okay. You done heard it before. But anyway, it feels like that once I stick this in and cut all the way down, that I might have to go all the way close to the tip of this to be right. But I'm gonna keep on going in and keep on measuring it up. Remember to put the oil on before you go in every time. All the way down. I'm gonna get this one screwed in and we're gonna bite down some more. So right now I'm down to right in there. Go a little bit till it touches my socket and then that'll be it. Okay, so I got the insert in there and I'm measuring it up. You can see the numbers on that. Turn this other light out. Trying to see where one is. And start going in. Pass that one up. So we're just a little bit away, just a hair really, from that half mark right there. I don't know if you can see that. There's that one right there. So we go down, we're just a hair from that half mark. Just a hair. You see the bigger line there. Just a hair away from it. So I could go down just a little bit more and I'd be at that 1.5. And I nearly touched my socket. So that little bit there is touching my socket. Once I go back in and go down a little bit more, I should touch my socket on my socket wrench. And that should hit the number. There you go. Yeah, and then it won't go in any further right now. If I went all the way down. Let's check it one more time here. Put this on until you feel it kind of fall into the hole really. I kind of find it at this point. Yeah, see. That's it right there. It won't let me go any further, so. Yeah, so we're gonna go down just a little bit more on with the bit. All right. Now we gotta take this back out. Okay, so on this 5.0, I went down to right there. Put my socket on. You see my socket touches it, and that should hit that 4.5. And we always check it out. Take it back out. Check and see if it hits that number. Okay, so now we are down to the number that we're supposed to be at. 4.5. You can see that. I mean, not 4.5, but it's down to that number we ran after. Was 1, and then go to the half mark. I don't know if you can see that, but we're there. You can't see it, but anyway, we're down to that 1.5 right there. That's how far the insert's supposed to be down when we're talking about the instructions. It says 4.5, 4 to 5.0. Install the insert 1.5. All right. From the deck surface, see that? All right, so we are at the 1.5 using their ruler. That's the one that comes in there. Okay. Using their ruler, that's where it's at, 1.5. So this hole is done. The next step to this one is putting Loctite on it. Well, first cleaning it out. We're going to clean it out with some brake cleaner. Get it nice and clean. What I did earlier is I just filled the hole up pretty much, you know, and then came back and blasted it all out, and then yeah. Okay, so now I got to pull that insert back out, clean the hole, clean the insert, because on the outside of the insert you have to have Loctite that comes in the kit. Here, this comes in the kit. So that's what I'm getting ready to do now.